Hello, everyone. This video provides a brief introduction to the Organizational Risk Assessments and Risk Mitigation Tools course. My name is Dr. Chris M. Law. My company is Accessibility Track. My co-presenters for the course are Pina D'Intino, whose company is Aquam Global Access, and Eve Hill from the law firm of Brown, Goldstein, and Levy. We already know that each year thousands of companies are being sued on the basis that their websites and other digital content is not accessible. How is this fact impacting accessibility teams in business? This chart is from a 2018 survey that we conducted at IAAP. We surveyed over 200 accessibility professionals, and we discovered that 81% of respondents identified legal compliance and risk management as one of the most significant sources of motivation for developing and maintaining their accessibility program. It was rated higher than inclusive practices and corporate social responsibilities and other factors. But even though risk management is clearly an important factor, what percentage of accessibility professionals are actually tackling risk in their organization in a systematic, measured, deliberately proactive way? No, this hasn't been measured, but we're quite certain that it isn't all 81% of them. We know that an inaccessible website is very common, and this can lead to a digital accessibility lawsuit or demand letter. Usually, consultants are brought in to work with the company's developers to fix the website, and then you have an accessible website. But what happens 6 months later? In the company, there may be changes of personnel, new design ideas are brought in, the website keeps developing, but accessibility errors start to creep in. After a while, you have only a half accessible website. At the beginning, we knew that the risk was high with an inaccessible site. After the initial fix, the risk is lowered. But after 6 months, the site is now full of accessibility errors, and half accessible doesn't mean that you have half the risk. You still have the same level of risk of being sued that you had in the beginning. How do we change this? Well, we tackle risk systematically using tools and resources at our disposal. The science of risk mitigation emerged from industries most obviously affected by risk. For example, the petrochemical industry is a particularly risky endeavor since most of what you're working with is explosive. And when things go wrong, they really go wrong, like in this oil rig fire. In aviation, there is also the risk to hundreds of lives on each flight. So there are safeguards in place to prevent accidents from happening. And if there are problems, then there are procedures in place to try to save lives. For personal cars, we know that safety is a big selling point. Safety is designed in deliberately from the beginning. Over many decades, people in these industries, together with academics, have studied risk in order to reduce potentially costly risks. While we're not able to give you a diploma in risk management in an 8-hour course, we can pull out the most relevant methods from the scientific disciplines and apply those to organizations dealing with digital accessibility risks. You can then apply those methods in your own organization based on what you will learn through this online course. The course is delivered by the 3 instructors over the course of 4 sessions, which are 2 hours each, with the opportunity for further reading and real-life practice in between each session. First, you need to be able to understand what we mean by risk and to be able to identify sources of risk. So that is session 1. In session 2, we examine ways to measure the risks that you have identified. Session 3 is in 2 parts. Part A is the theory and part B is putting it into practice. In these 2 sessions, we learn the tools and resources needed to implement risk mitigation programs in your organizations. So risk is not inherent in the website. It's inherent in the way the organization works. So your goal is to our goal is to help you figure out what's next after making your digital content accessible. We think that you might prefer to have, after 6 months of practice, a more accessibility risk resilient organization. If you'd like the tools and the resources to enable you to be able to talk knowledgeably to your team about risk, and if you want to improve your level of resilience to external risks regarding digital accessibility, then please join us for this course. To find details, including speaker bios, the course schedule, and more, please go to www.accessibility.legal. Thank you for watching, and we hope you'll join us for this unique course tackling organizational risk mitigation with respect to digital accessibility.